What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great start to your morning. Let's go ahead and dive face first into the drama, and today we're going to be talking about Gayle King and Snoop Dogg. So a couple of nights ago, I posted the apology that Snoop Dogg orchestrated to Gayle King here on YouTube, but I didn't offer any commentary in regards to the situation, so I want to talk about it right now. So in my personal opinion, I feel that Snoop apologized way too fast. I think that Gayle should have stood in the mud a lot longer and received the backlash that she was receiving, because what she ultimately did, in my opinion, was worse than what Snoop said to her when he checked her about talking about Kobe's past. Now, eventually, I do feel that Snoop should have apologized to Gayle. He did call Gayle out of her name, and he also threatened her in a sense. But like I said in a previous video, I don't think that Snoop would self-incriminate himself by making a threat towards her on his IG and then carrying out the threat. I mean, come on, how stupid can you be? So nevertheless, we understand how some people operate and move in this country. So it's in your best interest, if you have a problem with someone or you have a problem with an organization, it's imperative that when you go to have a conversation with that individual or you elect to send them a message, that you keep that message clean and classy. Because once you start to disrespect that person, you're giving them a way out, so to speak, because they're going to focus on the disrespect and then they're going to tune out your overall message because they don't want to be held accountable in the first place. So I just want to say, I want to paint this picture of what our community just did, because once Snoop came out and checked Gayle, it was a hashtag going around, and it's probably still going around saying hashtag I stand with Gayle. What our community just did was enable someone within our community to continue to go against our own community by bringing down our black men. That's what our race just did. We enabled Gayle because she hasn't learned her lesson. She hasn't learned her lesson. When she received that support, this is enabling her to continue to keep doing the bullshit that she's doing. Period, point blank. You see, what our people did was they latched on to the fact that Snoop, being a black man, attacked another black woman. And so everything that Gayle did, it went out the window, because no matter what she said, no matter what question she asked about Kobe, it didn't warrant the response that Snoop gave to her. And I call bullshit, because in my personal opinion, I feel that Gayle got everything that she deserved. Now check this out, guys. I play fair. I'm fair all across the board. If it was a man that was in Gayle's position and they posed that question to Lisa Leslie, all right, the same question that Gayle asked about Kobe's past, you know what I'm saying? And that man disrespected Kobe's legacy, and a woman came for that man, just like Snoop came for Gayle and said the same exact thing, I would be in support of that woman coming at that dude in the same way. All right, I'm fair across the board. Whatever she said, because the bigger picture is not the fact that Gayle got disrespected, in my opinion, right here. The bigger picture is, wait a minute, right? We only make up 13% of this country's population, right? And you mean to tell me we have people within our culture that's going to help the powers that be assist in bringing down our black men? No, I'm not down with that. That's the bigger picture in my estimation, and I'm sticking to it because I feel that Gayle is not ready to accept full responsibility for her actions. Let's take a look at her accepting Snoop's apology. So Gayle says, I accept the apology and understand the raw emotions caused by this tragic loss. I'm deeply sorry that questions I asked added to that pain. That was never my intention. As a journalist, it is sometimes challenging to balance doing my job with the emotions and feelings during difficult times. I don't always get it perfect, but I'm constantly striving to do it with compassion and integrity. So you heard what Gayle had to say, and I don't buy that apology. I don't care what anyone says. This is the thing. Let me go ahead and set the record straight on this, right? I'm sick of rappers I'm sick of comedians. I'm sick of, people that have certain professions, right? That in a sense, it gives them wiggle room to say things that the normal person can't get away with because of their platform and the people that are backing them. So for instance, when you have a comedian out there that says a horrific joke, says something very crazy, a lot of people will say, well, they was just trying to be funny. He's a comedian. You should expect it. Or if you have a rapper that says something out of line and out of pocket, people will just say he's just trying to put, rhymes and metaphors together and things of that nature. But in my opinion, I don't agree with that at all, because this is my thing. Just because you have a license to do that doesn't mean that it's right. And so I don't give comedians and rappers a pass. I listen to things that they say, and if it's disrespectful, I don't care about their craft. The craft goes out the window. They need to be held accountable. And just because Gayle King is a journalist and she's speaking on integrity, you should have had integrity not to speak on Kobe's past during this turbulent time for his family. That's the integrity that you should have displayed during that interview with Lisa Leslie. Period, point blank. But anyway, I want to move along and transition to the next story, and this story involves Wendy Williams. Now guys, if you don't know, Wendy is under fire for some comments that she made in regards to men wearing dresses and heels. So Wendy was on her show, and I guess somebody in the audience said something to ignite and to propel her to say this in regards to men wearing dresses and heels. Check out the clip, and then I'll follow it up with her apology, and then I'll come back and give you my 2 cents of an opinion on this whole situation.
Saying, girls, what do we have for ourselves? Suzanne?
The menopause is coming soon for me.
Right.
Do I get that?
Well, first of all, if you're a man and you're clapping, you're not even a part of this, okay? All right. You don't even understand the rules of the day. It's women going out and getting saucy and then going back home. Yeah, you're not a part. I don't care if you're gay. You don't get a menses every 28 days, all right? You can do a lot that we do, but I get offended by the idea that we go through something you will never go through. And stop wearing our skirts and our heels. Just saying, girl.
3 days later.
Hi. I'll start by saying I apologize. I did not mean to offend my LGBTQ plus community. On yesterday's show. I did not realize until I got home and I watched the second running of our show here in New York. And I always watch when I can to critique my delivery or, the cameras, the lights, the audience, the camera. I'm very persnickety about how I do my show. And one thing that I can tell you right now is that I never do the show in a place of malice. I understand my platform with the community, from first grade to intermediate school to high school to college to radio and now to TV. And I didn't mean to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm just having a conversation. If you know me long enough, then you know. Bon vivant. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds fabulous. In my mind, it means live and let live. Bon vivant. And I live and let live every day. Life is too short. I'm 55 years old, and maybe I sounded like your auntie, your mother, your big sister, or somebody out of touch. I'm not out of touch, except for perhaps yesterday by saying what I said. So I deeply apologize, and I deeply appreciate the support that I get from the community. I will do better. I appreciate you supporting me. Thank you.
All right, so we heard what Wendy had to say. First, she said that she doesn't like men who wear dresses or heels. Why can't women just have their skirts to themselves? And then she backtracked it with a tearful apology that I feel that was fake. That's just my opinion. Now, the first thing that comes to my mind, if this is what it means to be a celebrity, then I don't want any parts of it, because when I say something, I'm going to stand in my truth. And if I know that this is the principle that I live by and the morals and values that I have as a man, I'm not apologizing for. All right, listen, this is the thing. These people are so sensitive out here. I don't see anything that Wendy said was wrong. She was just stating how she felt about the situation. She wasn't throwing hate out there. She didn't say that she had a problem with the community. She just said that she didn't like people wearing dresses and heels. Excuse me, she didn't like men wearing dresses and heels. What's wrong with that? If you're the typical black boy that grew up in the African American home, you heard the same thing from your parents. So why is people acting like what Wendy said is so outrageous? I don't understand it. Listen, freedom of speech is under attack. Let me say that again. Your freedom of speech is under attack. Listen, a man has a right to wear a dress. This is America, right? You know what I'm saying? The land of the free, the home of the brave, so they say. So they have a right to wear a dress, but it doesn't mean that people have to like it. People have their own opinion. If they can just simply say, well, I don't particularly agree with the man wearing a dress and heels, and they don't say it with any type of malice and things of that nature, and they're not, saying it in a hateful way, then what's the problem with that? Listen, everyone is entitled to their freedom of expression. Everyone is entitled to their freedom of speech. Let people have their say-so. Some men are not understanding what women have been through and what they're going through. It's a struggle. It's a fight each and every day. And so much has been taken away from them. And, it's just unfortunate. And I'm glad that, women are just breaking through nowadays and claiming, what's theirs. But so much has been taken away from them. And when they see a man trying to impersonate them and the things that they go through, it really bugs some women. And you have to understand that from that standpoint. And so I think Wendy was just speaking from a place of her truth. You know what I'm saying? And people are out here in their feelings because someone spoke their truth. This is a sad, sad thing. They might as well just take the First Amendment out of the Bill of Rights, because freedom of speech does not exist. And I've been saying that for a long, long time. But anyway, I'm gonna let this go. This video is way too long for my liking anyway, but I just wanted to talk about these situations. All right, don't forget to comment and let me know what you think about the commentary within this video, right? Give me your thoughts on Gayle King and the Snoop Dogg situation. And also let me know if you feel Wendy was wrong for saying what she said, right? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll get with you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.